Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Monday morning because we got the W in 5 out of our last 6 chairman package picks on my premium site. We had the Bucks -4 yesterday in that package, and they destroyed the Sixers by 20. And the good news is I have another chairman package pick going off here this evening. And the better news is if you sign up for my full access, all-inclusive chairman membership, you're going to get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on the free video and what I do on my premium site. Well, what I do here on the free video is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side, and total. And what I do on my premium site is, well, I actually share with you which one of these free plays on these videos that I actually like the best. Now, if you feel like you don't need access to every premium selection of mine, but maybe you could use like a couple a day, well, you may want to think about signing up for my extra daily pick package. You'll get 2 premium selections of mine every single day for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just 9 cents a day. Now, folks, I currently have over 1,250 members who are signed up and active on my premium site right now. So if you're on the fence, if you're thinking about it, you are in great company because we got a lot of people who are signed up to the Brock Page Nation. I think that's what we used to call it, the Brock Page Nation. But either way, folks, even if you don't sign up for a membership, I'm just glad to have you here today watching me on the free video. But if you were interested, once again, the site is patreon.com/BrockPage with no pressure. If you sign up for it or not, no big deal. I'm just glad to have you right here today. And with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and dive right into our free content here. It's going to be, we're going to start off with the Raptors at the Pacers. That's going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Indiana is -6, totals 245. Now, the Pacers continue to roll, and they score a lot of points. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak, and they got the W in 6 out of their last 8. And of course, for those who don't know, the Pacers are the highest scoring team in the NBA. They're actually leading the league in points per contest, and they're currently the best field goal shooting team in the entire association. Tyrese Halliburton leads the charge in points per contest, 40% shooting from three-land as well. Meanwhile, Pascal Siakam, he scores 20 points a game, and he also drills 42% of his attempts from beyond the arc. And they're facing a Toronto team who's been terrible on the road this year. As a matter of fact, the Raptors have yet to reach double-digit road wins. They've played 29 contests away from home. And a big contributing factor has been their lack of defense. These guys are in the bottom 5 in the league in points allowed per contest on the road. When it comes to the total in this one, the Pacers saw overs recently against the likes of Houston, Sacramento, and this very Toronto team. And out of their last 10 gatherings with Toronto, the over cashed in 70% of those contests. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. Now, the Raptors on the other side, they saw overs in 6 out of their last 10 themselves. They're also 20-9 to the over as the official road team. Give me the Pacers -6 over 245. Next game, Pistons, Knicks, 7:30 Eastern start time. New York's -11.5, totals 223 and a hook. And even though the Knicks have been dominant over Detroit in recent gatherings, they've had an awfully tough time covering the point spread recently. Out of their last 8 contests, they failed to cover the number in all of those ball games except for one. They also have a losing record against the point spread in their in-conference home games. And a lot of that is due to some lackluster production on offense. The Knicks are actually a bottom 5 field goal shooting team at home in the East. And believe it or not, the Pistons on the other side, they've rebounded quite well this season. Detroit's in the top 10 in the NBA in offensive boards on the road. And even better than that, the Pistons are in the top 5 in defensive boards while traveling. Jalen Duren's 5th in the NBA in boards per game, 6th in shooting from the field. Meanwhile, All-Star Thompson, he averages a handful of rebounds per game himself. Now, when it comes to covering the point spread, the Pistons covered in 6 out of their last 10 outings. They've actually got a winning record against the point spread in their in-conference road games. Now, injury-wise, Stewart and Sasser are out for the Pistons. Randall and Anunoby still inactive for the Knicks. 7 out of New York's last 10 ball games did stay under the total. They're also 68% to the under at Madison Square Garden. Now, the Pistons, on the other side, they saw their last 5 straight stay under the total themselves. Give me Detroit plus 11.5, under 223 and a hook. Next matchup, Nets, Grizzlies, 8 o'clock Eastern start time. Brooklyn's -2, totals 215. And as bad as the Grizzlies have been, well, the Nets have been equally as dismal. They're currently on a 4-game skid, and they failed to cover the point spread in 8 out of their last 10. And I'll tell you, when Brooklyn travels, bad things tend to happen. These guys are 2-11 straight up in their road games against the West. Dorian Finney-Smith, he's making just 40% of his shots from the field. Dennis Smith Jr. makes just 27% of his attempts from three-land. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies on the other side of things, they've done a decent job covering against the East. They've got a winning record against the number when facing Eastern Conference opponents. And as horrible as they've been with the ball in their hands, they've actually been tough to score against in the FedEx Forum. Memphis is currently in the top 10 in defensive points allowed at home. Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr., he leads the active roster in steals per contest. Most blocks per game as well. Meanwhile, Lamar Stevens, he's averaging a handful of defensive boards a game with his new roster. Now, total-wise, 3 out of Memphis' last 4 ball games did fall under the total. And out of 28 contests in the FedEx Forum, the under cashed 20 times. Now, Brooklyn on the other side, they've gone 63% to the under as the official road team. Give me Memphis +2, under 215. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into our next and final breakdown for the video. It's going to be in that Heat-Kings game, 10 o'clock Eastern start time. Sacramento's -7, totals 224.5. Now, the Kings do have a win percentage of .640 in the Golden One Center, doing a nice job of getting the W in front of their home fans. And more recently, the Kings are on a 3-game winning streak, and they do a real nice job of scoring at home. They're in the top 5 in the West in home points per contest. Now, when it comes to shooting from three-land, they're in the top 5 in the entire NBA in offensive three-point percentage at home. Domantas Sabonis, he's drilling nearly 42% of his long balls, league leader in rebounding. Meanwhile, De'Aaron Fox, he's averaging a team-high 26 points a game. And they're taking on a Miami team who's certainly had their issues with the West. The Heat's playing just .500 basketball in their out-of-conference contests. And a lot of their struggles this season have been on offense. The Heat's currently a bottom 3 point-producing team on the road in the league. And even more bad news, the Heat's going to work without Jimmy Butler. He was fighting over the weekend, got into a little bit of a scuffle. Meanwhile, Richardson, Bryan, and Jovic are out as well. Now, wait, there's more because Rozier, Hero, and both Robinsons are questionable to suit up as well for Miami. Now, for Sacramento on the other side, they are mostly healthy, except for Alex Len. He's got the sniffles. Now, total-wise, the Kings have gone 80% to the over in their out-of-conference home games. They're also 17-8 to the over in all of their contests in the Golden One Center. Give me Sacramento -7, over 224.5. With that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. But most importantly, guys, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage. /Brock Page.